The problem is that they're not in high density. If you were to read about protein for meat or for vegetables or for whatever, if I take a slab of meat, like a steak or a chicken, it's got dozens and dozens of grams of protein. If you're eating certain amounts of proteins for nuts or seeds or beans, that's true. But like if you had a little small cut of chicken, the amount of greens and beans you're going to have to eat is like a bowl. It's an actual bowl. Now you'll get tons of fiber, but that's where there's a balance. I think there's a balance here. I think there's a sustainable way to have animals and protein and get the vegetables in. I lean meat heavy just because I box, I fight, I train, I'm very active, I go to the gym, I lift weights. And the reality is that for most people that are actually beating up their body or doing really strenuous things, you're just not going to get enough nutrition or protein off of beans, okay, or pieces of lettuce. You need both because my favorite thing is a salad, but the fiber and the vegetables are really great for cellular health and just like sustaining the cells for like having water and nutrients and things that are typically in a you can supplement with a multivitamin. But if we're talking about protein that replaces bones or muscles, tissue in particular, and sustains like the cartilage, you're going to need to eat some form of meat if you're an active person. I know very few people that are able to be vegan solely without having at least fish or at least eggs, practically speaking, for most people. Let's continue. Here are the best high protein snack food sources, both plant and animal based. Um, these are probably, let's read through it, but lean meats, great. Poultry, yeah. Eggs, yeah, yeah. Seafood, yeah. Peas, this is fine, but you're going to need, like I said, bowls of this stuff. Nuts and nut butters, actually, I disagree. This is completely bad. If you take a look at the actual nutrition of nuts, and this is where people go really, really bad. I really get rid of this completely wrong. And the reason why is because you can't actually buy nuts in any practical store without it being loaded with salt and other seasonings. Also, there's a lot of oils in them that you don't need that much in your body. And you're better off probably with a soy product, although soy has complications with certain hormones that can be estrogen mimickers. And then seeds and seed butters. You know, if you're going to get protein, I really would focus on the seafood and the legumes and the peas, and then just a cut of meat or poultry. One of the easiest things you can do is just go to Costco and you can just get like shish kebab chicken. Great thing to have. Just have it, pull it, have it, pull it. And then let's go into how much protein per snack. You're probably not going to get more than 5 to 15 grams. Typically, I think the average package size is like 9 grams of protein. So, how much protein per snack? It's ideal, but not required throughout the day. Since protein is readily available, don't worry or fixate too much on counting grams. This is true. You just need enough to not feel hungry. But it is true that you will get 5 grams per snack. A great protein boosting hack, remember that even just swapping your usual white toast for wheat or whole grain, for example, this is true, but it's not enough to satiate you. You should not be pounding low, slices of bread to get protein. You should be eating protein to get protein. So that's one view on this article. Now let's go into another one. What happens to your blood sugar if you drink Nestle tea? I don't know enough to comment on that. Why am I a vegan? I do it for my mental health. That's fine. I don't know. I'm not a vegan. I eat meat. So, because it's good for you. And everyone needs it. Every village has been eating meat or fish for thousands of years. You're not going to come in and replace cellular biology over evolutionary terms for millions of years. It's just not going to happen.